every once in a while I dip my toes in more budget-friendly formats. So today, in preparation for Eternal Weekend, I am going to be playing Legacy for $5,000 among all the MTGO creators. It's a tough field, 6 rounds, double elimination. Let's see how it goes. Welcome, gamers, to a not vintage video. I am playing in the Daybreak Games MTGO Creator 5K Showdown. I think I mixed up those letters. We are playing Legacy today. I entered this tournament because I am going to be playing Legacy all 3 weekends at Eternal Weekend, 4 Seasons, and Eternal Weekend. So I am playing cards I own and cards I would have fun playing. So this is a possibility of what I might play at Eternal Weekend. This is a Esper Frog Stoneforge Mystic deck. It is a Stoneblade deck. It is basically just playing a creature game. It's like a pretty Delver style deck. Everything's a Delver deck in Legacy. You're just playing max cantrips, Force of Will. You're playing a Stoneforge Mystic tutor package of pre-war formal wear. Really strong Fallout card that brings back creatures. Cauldron Complete and Batterskull with a GT in the sideboard. I have just the best blue creatures, Psychic Frog and Tameo. We're putting Snapcaster Mage in here. I really do like the idea of Snapcaster Swords right now. Swords is probably one of the main reasons to play this deck. Swords is super powerful in the format. And then rounding out with Teferi just being a super utility spell and making everything resolve. Teferi is tested very strong for me. And then we have Prismatic Ending as extra answers to creatures and stuff, and actually anything really. And Thoughtseize fits that role as well. And then with our last 2 flex slots, we are playing 2 main deck Nihil Spellbombs because the current state of Legacy is very blue-black Reanimator heavy. So, Frog, Esper, Stoneblade, stuff here. Lots of basics, Mystic Sanctuary. It's a fun deck. I wouldn't say it's like an S tier deck. It's not Reanimator, but it's a deck full of cards that I enjoy playing. So that's what we play Magic for, right? For the fun of it. Esper Stoneblade. I will see you in this 6-round double elimination 5K hosted by Daybreak Games. Okay, here we go. Round 1. Double elimination up to 6 rounds of Magic here. See what we can do. I gotta find my opponent's deck list, actually. Hold on. Blank. All right, here is CoreyB Legacy. Okay, this is Nadu. We're playing against Naduing it. It is kind of a Green Sun Zenith deck. Still a Force of Will Brainstorm deck, as it is Legacy. 4 swords, 2 Teferi. Pretty similar to my deck, except it's playing the powerful Nadu green package instead of more blue stuff. When I look at Legacy decks, I kind of think they all look pretty similar, but maybe I'm not seeing the intricacies. What is this? Appears I have random arts. Okay, cool. I was like, what card is this? I did not tailor my artworks. There was too much going on in the MTGO client at the moment. So we have a variety of interesting choices. This might be one of the cards with the most different artworks in all of Magic, Source of Plowshares. This hand, obviously, we have the mulligan, but we need to first wait for our opponent to mulligan. They have mulliganed, we have mulliganed. What is this? Snow-covered island. Perfect. All right, I'm going to keep this. My opponent is not on a graveyard deck, so I'm going to get rid of this Nihil Spellbomb. I guess I'm going to be just in pain all day watching all the newest artworks appear on my screen. Sorry, YouTube viewers. I didn't foresee this coming. Delighted Halfling. All right. For me, I would love to play the Stoneforge earlier, but I think we just need to immediately Thoughtseize and just make sure there's no Nadu coming. Don't have a white source for this. I mean, I have a white source, but it's a tap land. All right, my opponent has a Force of Will, a Brainstorm, and a Green Sun Zenith. I guess that is true. We could fix the artwork between rounds if we get some time. Interesting. Is it crazy to take a Brainstorm here? My opponent doesn't have a land drop. They play halfling. Takes away their Force of Will. I kind of think that's the case. I'm gonna take this Brainstorm. Kind of an interesting play. You take the Brainstorm? Nice. I don't know if I take it easily, but it definitely has a lot of value here. Oh, I wonder if I'm supposed to turn off chat for this event. I probably am. Actually, chat, I will see you in the end of the round. I will see you at the end of the round. I just remembered that they have different policies for that. So, unfortunately, I did not hit that white source that I was looking for. I don't think it's worth brainstorming. I guess I could surveil a card away that I don't want. And I could hit I mean, I'm not going to cast a swords here. Let's brainstorm. Force. Interesting. Away both stone forges. And then get rid of one of them. Don't really feel like my force on Green Sun Zenith is going to resolve, but I definitely need as many swords as I can for Nadu, right? I actually haven't played that many games versus this deck. I haven't played that many games with Legacy, to be fair. But this Nadu deck does seem very strong. Seems like a deck I would actually enjoy playing as well. Oh, wait, Nadu, yeah. So, Green Sun is one of the cards I can actually force. Whereas if they were to find a Nadu and cast it off of Delighted Halfling, I could not force it. I could force it, but it wouldn't get countered. Though my opponent did not hit a land drop, so they either hit a blue card or a green creature or something like that. So it's probably unlikely my force is actually any good anyways, but I don't think I need a second Stoneforge. I don't have a GT in the main, which is the card I probably want the most. I guess putting a Stoneforge in my yard means I could go get the pre-war Formalware and return the Stoneforge, though. So they're going to ponder here. You're going to have two unknowns. Nomads is redirect damage. This ponder did not shuffle. Found a land. I don't think he will Green Sun, because you want a Green Sun for 4 total mana, 3 mana off X for the Nadu. No, I might be wrong. Is there a Dryad Arbor in this deck? There is a Dryad Arbor in this deck. It seems like a matchup where I might bring in the Wrath Nomads. Okay. I guess I have a question of, am I supposed to be swording Nomads? I don't know the answer. I'm guessing they would, like, they can't force back on this. So if my opponent were to draw a blue card and then Green Sun for a Nadu with Nomads, it's extremely bad for me. So I think what I'm supposed to do is hold open swords and force, and then see what happens. I mean, it's still really bad for me no matter what, right? Don't think I can play Stoneforge Mystic is what I'm saying. But I have an answer for Nomads and an answer for Resolve Nadu. Obviously, swordsing a Nadu still gets them one trigger, but all right. So this looks like Green Sun Zenith. This is like one of my best force targets, probably. Do they have a blue card? They did not. I still think I should use my white mana here and just swords this. I can't remember when they brainstormed. Looks like he's playing around Snapcaster Mage here, which is reasonable. Just gonna swords this, and then I can more freely untap with activate Stoneforge. They could have swords of their own. I'm gonna go with just getting the pre-war formalware here. If I hit another white land, it's actually pretty sick because I can like pre-war formalware this second Stoneforge, and then I guess I can't do that. Never mind. Here's a brainstorm. All right, so now I know nothing. I think they did brainstorm and fetch after I Thoughtseize, right? So maybe they didn't have a force this whole time. I can't remember. Too much talking, not enough thinking about Magic. Sure, chat will be going off about it. It is always weird to play with absolutely no chat and talk. Takes me back to the beginning. The one viewer streams. It's a long time ago now. Sometimes I think I take it too much for granted that people show up and watch me play Magic. I streamed for a long time to like 3-4 people. Gotta start somewhere unless you're already famous before you start streaming. But we built a pretty cool thing here. Vintage content every week. To be fair, back when we started, there was vintage content every week from a variety of people. Not so much the case anymore. Another Nomads. Really annoying that I don't have more white sources. Because I don't know for sure that I'm supposed to be swordsing all these Nomads, but it feels like I am. All right. I mean, I'll take a blue card or a white source. That is somehow neither of those, but it does return another swords back to my hand. So what I'm thinking here is I just play a Mystic Sanctuary and return another swords. And then I pass, holding everything up. I want to hold up a swords for Nomads in case they play a Nadu. That's why I'm not just jamming the formalware. Okay, so I'm pretty sure here I'm just supposed to hit the Nomads. That doesn't mean I'm like not going to use my white source for a whole nother turn here, which is crazy. But this Force of Will no blue card is not helping me very much. Maybe my opponent goes for something that isn't Nadu here, like they go for an Uro for value. That could be a thing, right? I can't wait, though. Like, if I wait till this resolves, the Nadu goes into play, and then gets a bunch of triggers. Okay. And I don't think I'm supposed to wait. I mean, if they have blue card force here, isn't it? It's pretty bad for me. Reveal the top card if it's a land on the battlefield. If else, put it in your hand. It's just so bad no matter what. But, like, what else am I really doing here? Teferi, blue scar. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a force on the top of their library that they just drew. Okay, fair enough. So they had a force in their hand too. All right, I mean, how many Nomads? 4 Nomads? And a Sylvan Safekeeper. So if they have another Green Sun Zenith, they can get the Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm also getting tempoed out of this game as well at 9. I have a Batter Skull that I can get with my second Stoneforge, though, so... All right. Interesting mana base we have. So I have a hardcast force, but if I have to hardcast force here, I am going to be in a bit of a troublesome spot. Or I'm just getting tempoed still. This Nadu deck seems like it has... Oh god, is it going to be a Teferi? Or maybe it's just an Uro. Uncounterable Uro. Okay. Okay. Gotta remember there's Dryad Arbors too. Can't block this. It flies. All right, I'm gonna put this pre-war formalware in, return the Stoneforge Mystic, search with the Stoneforge Mystic. I'm gonna get the Batter Skull. Blue card Frog. So free attack. Does it make more sense to hold open force? Or should I play a frog? I need to discard 2 cards to block a Nadu. So that's not really going to happen. But if they just like spend the turn playing Uro, then having this force is pretty bad. Yeah, I think we're just supposed to play this frog out. I could always chump the Nadu if I needed to as well. But now I'm not holding up force, so if my opponent has a way to go not doing, it's pretty bad for me. I assume this is a Dryad Arbor. They don't really have attacks besides... Oh, okay, sure. They don't really have attacks besides Nadu here because of my Batter Skull. I really need them to put whatever card is that's on top into the yard, because if they keep it, it means it's really bad for me. I guess they could have a swords for Batter Skull. Wow, they chose to put the swords in the yard. Very cool. They have an interesting art swords as well. It's Warhammer 40k swords versus Fallout swords. If we have time after the round, I will go fix all my arts, but I think they're just going to cast this Uro, right? Green, green. Hard cast Uro. Uncounterable. This thing doesn't trample, though, right? Just draws cards every turn. Also, it makes it hard for my Batter Skull to attack. Not to be underestimated here. Because I have to attack with my Batter Skull. I guess I could equip my Batter Skull to my Frog and then Leapfrog. It's not ideal either. They found a Bristly Bill. Or they found a... Ugh. It's just too much. I just have not enough gas. Yeah, so this gets a Sylvan Safekeeper. Which is definitely a problem. I think I'm just going to get outvalued in this game. To be fair, I cast, what, 1 Brainstorm in this game? It's not exactly a good sign in terms of winning a legacy match. Alright. Batter Skull comes in. Force. Pretty sure... What am I suiting up? So if I suit up the Stoneforge Mystic, I'm at least going to gain 1,000,000 life. But if I suit up the Frog, I draw a card. And then I have a block on the way back. probably better. It's probably not enough, but I guess I do need to do something to get another card in my yard to make it leapfrog again. But I can always pitch a card, so I'm gonna eat. Uh-oh. This just gives Shroud, right? I don't know. I think we're dead. This Nadu deck seems really strong, though. Just a lot of value going on. Uncounterable Legend. Is it like a... If they play like an uncounterable Teferi, it's so bad for me here. Oh, I assume that just goes off and wins. This is a Legend, so it gets uncounterable. That's really bad for me. I don't really know if this is like winning, because they have to hit lands, right? So they hit a land, so it gets another thing. So maybe it's just winning, because every time they hit a land... Brainstorm? Oh, just sack. Sure looks like I'm dead. Okay, so now... Yeah, now I'll just concede. It doesn't feel like it's worth... I guess they have Shroud on a bunch of them, but... This doesn't feel like it's worth playing out. Okay. Kind of just got outvalued across the board there. Bowmaster does not kill Delighted Halfling. Does kill Nomads, though. Don't know if that's better or not. They don't actually draw. I guess they have Brainstorm, so... and Wrath looks good. And then the other cards don't look good. And then I don't want Nihil Spellbomb. What else do I not want? So this isn't actually a matchup where I want Pre-War Formalware. It is a matchup where I want Prismatic Ending. 2 more cards from here. I feel like I want Thoughtseizes and I want Swords. And I want... I feel like I want everything. They're a Bowmaster Brainstorm deck, so I do want these... sorry, they're a Ponder Brainstorm deck. I'm not actually sure what you're supposed to take out from here, though. Maybe a 3-drop. And... I feel like all of these cards are good. Maybe 1 Stoneforge? Or just blind... Oh, we have a GT coming, though. I don't want that. Logged Fairy Ending Force. I'm gonna take out Tamio. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out after the game, but all my cards seem generically strong, so I don't know what the answer is. Yeah, I'm not gonna like make my opponent play it out and try to time him out or whatever. That's just not why I'm here. Obviously, there is a bunch of money on the line for this tournament, but we're both making content, promoting the platform. Bristly Bill looked kind of sick there. Delighted Halfling, uncounterable everything. Is that a reason to take out Force? Probably not. This card should be quite good, though. If anything, this has got to be my best card, right? I mean, G-Tech could be good, too. The fact that you have to use 2 minus counters to kill their Birds of Paradise is a little annoying, but... whatever. It is what it is. We'll see what happens. All right, on the play... Flooded Strand, Tundra, Thoughtseize, Brainstorm, Frog, Snap, Cauldra. I mean, this hand doesn't seem good, but it also seems like a hand you keep in Legacy. We just have to lead with Thoughtseize, Frog, right? Can't just, like, be doing Brainstorm things. Like, I will eventually do a Brainstorm thing, but... white, blue, white. There are no Wastelands in their deck, right? There are no Wastelands in their deck. So I'd rather get a Scrubland here. Interesting. Oh, I guess not if I want a Mystic Sanctuary later, but... Swords, or sorry, Teferi, Nadu, Swords. I'm gonna take Swords for my Frog to get jammed. Being on the play. Yeah, this is definitely Legacy versus, like, Legacy Blue Deck versus Legacy Blue Deck. Just both keep hands that look like nonsense because you gotta. Black mana, blue mana, Frog. And then we actually have a nice follow-up of Bowmaster in response to Teferi bouncing our Frog. Not bad. Nadu gets milled. Nadude. The reason I got Scrubland is for, like, a later Wrath of the Gods thing. Wrath of the Skies. Brainstorm, look for a Swords, I guess. We don't know what's in their hand after this because they'll fetch away. But I would assume maybe less Teferis. I guess I have to respond to the Teferi itself and not the activation of the Teferi. I don't know if that plays a huge difference, though. Because if they activate, it still pings and kills the Teferi. Did they hit the Swords? If I hit a land, I could also just go Snap Thoughtseize. An untapped land, I should say, because we do play all these tapped lands now. Savannah. Ah, Delighted Halfling. Are you making me pitch a card to kill your Delighted Halfling? I'm pretty sure I will do that. Actually, I'll just Bowmaster it, really. I guess I should play my land first in case I wanted to use the Bowmaster. Force. That would have been good if this Delighted Halfling didn't exist. So I guess my question is it better to just Snap and Thoughtseize, or is it better to do the Bowmaster stuff? If they got rid of one of their extra Teferis, Snap Thoughtseize looks good here. This Delighted Halfling is so strong against my Force of Will. I guess theoretically, I can Bowmaster down a Delighted Halfling. Which is an interesting idea. I think no matter what, my opponent's going to have 2 cards I want to Thoughtseize, is how I'm feeling. But I guess if my opponent plays the Nadu, I'm still upset about it. I guess if I take the Nadu and they Teferi and bounce my Frog, then I can still attack with my Snapcaster. I'm just going to go Snapcaster. This feels correct to me. So they kept kind of everything. They can still... I'm gonna take the Nadu. That's 2 Nadus out. And then I have a force for a green Sun Zenith if there's no Teferi in play. I guess they could not use their halfling and just cast a Teferi. Pretty sure I would just snap a force off on that point. Oh, wait, they have a Dryad Arbor to block, but then we'll have a Bowmaster. But we can't Bowmaster because there will be a Teferi. Oh, no. What a nightmare scenario. That's actually really bad for me. I didn't even think about that. I guess I can just Bowmaster kill the Teferi. I guess I just have to do that. But then they just play another Teferi. Need to hit like a land again so that I can play Bowmaster and Frog on this turn. Wait, not even... What? They must have hit another Delighted Halfling then for turn. Because wouldn't you want to like hold this as an Ambush Viper to kill my Snapcaster Mage? Must have another Delighted Halfling, right? Oh, they're just going to Green Sun for 0 on the Dryad Arbor. That's so good for me, right? Unless they drew Force. Because now I can just Bowmaster, kill the Dryad Arbor, attack, and kill the Teferi. I guess, like I said, if they drew a Force off Teferi, then it's worse for me, but... Bowmaster, kill the Dryad Arbor. Attack, kill the Teferi. I could Swords the Delighted Halfling. Force the Teferi. I don't know if that's correct, but it has good vibes. I don't know how to define that other than it has good vibes. Currently, I feel like we've outvalued our opponent in this game. Though they have 4 cards in hand still. We have a Frog coming back down. We've never even gotten a Brainstorm. I am actually, with the basic Plains draw, I am regretting fetching this Scrubland. They're not even going to jam. So my opponent has 1 Endurance in their deck. They have 1 Endurance in their deck. I don't think I want to force an Endurance, so maybe I just attack with Snapcaster and Army. I can't Brainstorm because I want to play a Frog. I guess a Frog doesn't really get through an Endurance either, does it? I guess I just have to force this Endurance. Doesn't that suck? I feel like that sucks, but whatever. I really don't want to force an Endurance, so maybe I should have just attack with Bowmaster. I don't know. Something about that screams I made a mistake in there. I'm not 100% sure what the correct play was, though. I mean, we're still pretty set up for a Teferi, right? Like, our board is still very good against Teferi, so maybe it's fine. Ponder. So this is like the best spot for Bowmasters, right? Where my opponent's kind of out of gas and they need to hit things. I feel good about where we're at, though. Lots of Nadus have been used. Not that many cards left for my opponent. Pretty strong board. Obviously, our hand sucks, but we have a Brainstorm. We can fix it. Interesting. It's weird because I hit with one frog in this game, and then I cast no other sources of card advantage. I mean, I snapped back a Thoughtseize. I guess that technically is some kind of card advantage. Nomads. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with non-Bowmaster units. If they want to chump the core, it's fine. I want to get my 4th card, so my Brainstorm is better. And then cast Brainstorm. It's a fairy. Snap Swords. Huh. They didn't play a land this turn, right? They didn't play a land. So it's a little unlikely they have, like, land plus Nadu plus Nomads. I don't know if this is, like, too greedy or not. To just go to Fairy Bounce here. I'm a little worried this is too greedy, but... What is this? Oh. Huh. Okay. Oh, it's already hexproof from black? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, I mean, that went really badly for me. I could have gone Snap Plow. Green Sun? Wow. Land Green Sun. Shit. All right, big mistake here. Huge mistake. Wow. I do have a Teferi in play, though, so maybe I just tempo my opponent out anyways. Because they can't cast anything on my turn. Well, now they have Shroud. Oh, no. I think I threw the game. Wow. I should have just gone Snap Swords. Damn. That shit's hard. None of this draws cards. Like, they can't do anything on my turn, but they can still activate all these abilities. Maybe I can frog and get in. If I go for a bounce, they just shroud. But I could... I can bounce my Bowmasters. Is there a way I can make sure this Nadu dies? Even if the Nadu dies, don't I still kind of lose from here? Because if they sack a land and make something shrouded, it's super bad for me. Bounce Bowmasters. Attack. With jump, bounce Bowmasters, jump frog, attack. Attack all. I don't think bouncing Snapcaster matters. I threw the game, I guess. Should have just gone for Snap Plow. I mean, they could have had a counterspell like Force, but should have just done that. Was the safer line. I thought I'd be able to bounce so that I could, like, I thought even if my opponent had a land, if I bounced, I'm still at least playing around Green Sun Zenith, but obviously that was not the case. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. It's not enough. I have no cards that draw me extra cards, right? Not really. Oh, I guess I could draw Wrath of the Skies. So maybe the best play is to simply... I mean, Wrath of the Skies is not very good here. I lose my Frog. It needs to be for 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 6 total damage. I can Bowmaster. It's still 6 damage. I mean, they gain a bunch of life with Uro on the next turn. I think I need to just... let this happen. What? Shouldn't he activate this? Or no? I'm confused. Why do we let the nomads die? I'm pretty confused. Shouldn't we just like activate the nomad 6 times, or what am I missing here? I guess at this point, my thing doesn't even kill the board anymore. But at least I can do it for 1 and get rid of the Safekeeper. That's not even good. Another Bowmaster. Okay, I don't really know what just happened, but I still think I'm dead. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. I don't really understand. I threw the game, though, on the not swords play. Maybe my opponent was just winning by so much they didn't need to draw 6 free cards. It's quite confusing. Sure. Like, I just can't beat the Sylvan Safekeeper without drawing a Wrath here. But maybe I could never really beat the Wrath here. Like, I just needed my Brainstorm to hit the Wrath. I mean, this looks like I just lose on the spot, right? Every follow-up creature is an additional 2. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why my opponent didn't just make 6 activations happen in upkeep, but... I don't think it matters. Yeah, all right. GG's. I threw the game for sure on the 1 Teferi play. Bam. All right, we are onwards to round 2 of this Creator Showdown. I haven't lost 2 matches yet. I've lost 1 match. We're going to be playing against Coach Nelly, and I'm going to be playing against Blue Black Froginator. This is the list that is apparently the #1 deck in Legacy right now. Dazes, Entombs, Reanimates, Frogs, Trolls, Archon, and Atraxa. Got that new Miracle guy. Animate Dead. Really strong list, so should be interesting to see. I have had some decent... We're playing a challenge. I think we're... I mean, tournament's been a little interesting. See if I can figure out what's going on. All right, we had some Magic Online client bugs. I'm closing down chat. I will see you guys afterwards. Here we go. Playing against Reanimator. Lost the die roll. Let's see what we can do. Somebody's already finished their match 2-0. We haven't even played game 1 yet. That's funny. That is funny. All right, I have Swords, Brainstorm, 4 lands. Like, I don't think you're ever supposed to mulligan this in Legacy, right? We have nice arts now. You're welcome for the 1 round before we get 2-0 knocked out of this tournament. YouTube watchers, we have fixed the art. No worries. I mean, I could be convinced that I'm supposed to mulligan this, but it just doesn't feel right. This is no Wastelands, right? No Wastelands. Interesting. Very interesting. So one of the problems is, I mean, one of the best parts about this matchup is you have Source to Plowshare. So if you get rid of something, it goes away forever. The bad problems is they have Daze, and we lost the die roll. Only 1 borrower, man. Interesting. Yes. Okay, another Brainstorm. We've got those lands we can fetch. Obviously, our opponent could have Entomb, Reanimate, Atraxa here, and I guess we would lose. I mean, maybe we could Brainstorm into a force, but our deck only has 4 forces. It's not like we have a really easy... answer to something like that. I mean, we can Swords the Atraxa with the trigger on the stack, and maybe that's good enough, but... this isn't like the best Atraxa deck. It's probably drawing like 4 cards, maybe. It's probably drawing creature, sorcery, instant, land. Maybe it hits enchantment. Undercity Sewers. Metamorphose. So they hit something that they can reanimate later. It's very good. I must admit, it's quite powerful. If they just jam a frog here, we'll go to our next turn. We'll get an archive and go to our next turn, and then we'll just Swords it. I guess we'll Swords it on their turn, but play around Daze. All right, fetches are happening. Frag. Yep. No problem. You got a frog. Crack. Archive. Trigger. I'm looking for a force, really. I'm looking for Tameo. Tameo blocks frog. Kind of runs into Daze a little bit, but I don't know if that's correct, but I actually don't hate this idea of like play a Tameo, force them to do something more. The only issue with play a Tameo forcing them to do something more is like it's really bad against Daze, right? So like if my opponent puts 2 cards into their Frog to kill the Tameo and I swords it and then I get dazed, that's quite bad for me. Maybe that's a good enough reason not to do this, but I guess. Maybe I should have gotten a... I mean, I don't really want to get a scrub land, but I guess I could get a scrub land if I need to. This is like a lot. This artwork is a lot. There's a lot going on. It's got a lot of colors. Really pops out. Oh, Fatal Push. Yeah, I guess there's that too. Does that make me just jam into the 3 dazes? There's 2 Fatal Pushes, 5 cards. I feel like I've been scammed here. I feel like I should just swords the stupid Frog. I just didn't play... This line does not play into Fatal Push well, but there's only 2 Fatal Pushes in the main. Maybe I'm not supposed to get Scrubland so that I don't get... I can get Mystic Sanctuary later, but I also want to get a Black Source. I don't want to fetch a Black Source off this, so they just have days too. Yeah. All right, well, I mean, this was basically the biggest worst case scenario possible. My opponent had one of the 2 removal spells in their deck and one of the 3 dazes they get to hit with Frog, and I am extremely far behind now. Yeah, it's bad. Thoughtseize. I guess I lose my Frog now. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I'm getting Legacied right here. This is a classic Legacy gameplay. Daze. I didn't get Wastelanded though, so maybe I should just be happy. Frog down. Yeah. I mean, it's so bad against Frog, though, right now. I need to actually have a Swords to deal with Frog, and I got my Swords dazed, so maybe I just... Man. I threw the game pretty badly, then. I just had to not keep the Tameo and just Swords on their turn. I mean, that's a lesson learned. That is a lesson learned. If I get dazed again, then I'm sure I just lose. I think if I play the Nihil and do nothing, it's just too bad letting Frog get hit, so... But I guess if my opponent just reanimates Metamorphose and Troll, I just died. So, I mean, it feels like I put myself in a bad spot, I must say. It wasn't looking like a dangerous graveyard until my opponent cycled a Troll, though. But that is part of the game. I also like can't actually block this that well. If they pitch more cards than me. So maybe this play just doesn't make any sense anyways. Oh, we're at that point in the stream. It's been 2 rounds and I'm already just defeat. If they pitch 1 card, I pitch a land. If they pitch a 2nd card, I mean, they have like a land from the days. Okay, I mean, I just let this happen then. Okay, so my play was bad. I needed to play the Spell Bomb and just let the thing hit me. That's my fault. So how many reanimates? They have 7 in their deck. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, I threw this whole game away as well. Maybe there's a reason that these legacy gamers win all the time. And the reason is I'm bad. Ooh, excuse me. Entomb? Does that mean it's even worse? I think we're dead. Archon? Reanimate Metamorphose, reanimate Archon, kill my Frog? I'll concede to that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I played badly. And I lost. That's my bad. My bad. I've been bullied. I just bring in Ghost Vacuum. I'm already pre-boarded for this matchup, basically. I usually bring in Ghost Vacuum for this ending. I'm not really into the idea of a Bowmaster here either. I usually just go endings and vacuums and just run it like this. But I mean, that game was very much I played poorly, so. I can't really be mad about playing badly. I think that game entirely it just devolved from the one fetchland 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 surveil, and I surveilled wrong and lost because of it. That's crazy. Or maybe the surveil is right, and I'm just not supposed to play the Tameo, and I'm supposed to just Swords the Frog and then play the Tameo. And I eventually found a Nihil Spellbomb. To be fair, it's possible the Nihil Spellbomb wasn't going to resolve. My opponent did have like 7 cards in hand that game, but it would have definitely put me in a better spot. But it's also possible that like if I'm Swordsing the Frog, then my opponent is like, okay, it's time to go all in, and I don't have the Spellbomb. It's too early. Very hard to predict how a game looks when you change everything about the game. But I mean, I just have to respect the days there. I still don't think I'm supposed to respect Fatal Push, but I should probably respect the days there. Yeah, keep. I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to go turn 1 Ghost Vacuum. I can just protect it with thoughts with force, and then I can Thoughtseize like Frog on the second turn. Just like having this in play is incredibly good. It's gonna be hard for my opponent to overpower it. I hope. I really hope. If it's not, then I have a problem. I guess if I get Thoughtseize, like I don't want to hold this and then get Thoughtseize myself either. So definitely like the idea of playing this out. All right, just want to keep this graveyard tiny for Frog later, so no reason not to hit that. It's been a long time, Relic of Progenitus. It has been a long time. I don't really know how many dazes they keep in. I guess I'll play around it. Thoughtseize. Entomb. Animate Dark Betrayal, Troll of Khazad-dûm. All right, that is not a very convincing hand. I will take your Animate Dead. That is not a hand that I am happy about. That was after pondering? Shuffled? Okay, ponder shuffled. Okay. I feel a lot better about this game, but maybe I'll still find a way to throw it away. Dark Betrayal, huh? That would be good if I had like a lot of blue-black creatures, but I don't. I have 4 frogs. So they drew a card for turn. That's interesting. They played that card. They can overwhelm me, but as long as I have a thing to hit, doesn't really matter. Tameo. Yeah, pretty sure we play a Tameo. I'm gonna not crack this fetch so that I can shuffle this Sanctuary back into my deck next turn. Obviously, no matter what they choose to do here, I'm not gonna activate my Ghost Vacuum. I need to be able to stomp an enemy or something. Dark Betrayal has been milled. I don't think I would bring in Dark Betrayal versus me, I must admit. It does not feel like a card that's particularly good. But I guess there's no... Like, I would bring in Barrowgoyf and Brazen Borrower. But I guess they don't have like that many cards to bring in. It's not like they have more Fatal Pushes in their sideboard. I'm pretty sure I played a ton of Fatal Pushes. We are miracling a Metamorphosis Fanatic. So it's just a 4/4 lifelinker. Is that worth forcing? I know their 6-card hand. I mean, it's a 4/4 lifelinker. I should just be beating it, right? I mean, not right now, but... I can just force it and then vacuum it. Lose my brainstorm. I get to use my fetch land, though. I know they don't have a reanimate, so I can just go to end step on the vacuum. I could be convinced that that play sucks that I just made, but... Another ghost vacuum versus their hand? Pretty sure I'll just keep that. I'm gonna hold this sanctuary. I guess if I don't hold the sanctuary, I could try to flip the Tameo. I don't actually know if I want to flip the Tameo. I kind of want to just... I guess they don't have a thing, right? So I can at least look first. I don't know if I'm supposed to try to be drawing a card every turn or if I should do... Oh. Okay. I'm going to play another Ghost Vacuum, which is quite good against Triple Entomb. I'm going to play out the Sanctuary. I don't think I need it. I think I'd rather have the mana so I can crack next turn and Stoneforge Mystic. I mean, how am I losing this game? Also, like, every land I play gets me closer to returning everything with a Ghost Vacuum. Don't know if that's actually good, but... I don't even see a reason to Thoughtseize. Kind of just be a card I brainstorm away later. And then I think we just get the thing that ends the game as fast as possible. Do want to hit land drops, though. I guess this runs into like a top deck daze, but like, who gives a shit? I'm just going to get that Cauldra. I'm running up that Cauldra. Dun, 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 dun. Another land draw from my opponent seems unlucky. How many lands are in their deck? 15. Very low. They've drawn lands basically most of these draw steps. So now they still have one unknown card. Just play a land, activate Stoneforge, put in Cauldra. I still don't think I'm Thoughtseizing. But like, they're not beating this, right? But my Snapcaster's not doing anything. But I can just draw a card. I can fetch for an Undercity Sewers as well. Oh, I don't know. I feel like all roads lead to victory here. We're just in dead time. I might have cracked for... They drew another land? That's so crazy. Fairy looks pretty good, too. I can just bin that. I guess I could have Thoughtseized here for the one missing card. Don't know if I care, though. Pretty sure I'm just playing a Teferi. Sure. sure. I don't know. I couldn't see the vision, you know. I didn't see a way out for them. But I guess the last time I didn't see the vision, I did lose because of it. So, all right. Now is the real challenge, though. Can I win on the draw versus the most powerful card in Magic days? Totally fair, totally balanced. They're only playing 3 dazes, so it can't be that good if you're not playing 4, right? Oh no, Milk missed final lobby. Brutal. So what's the final lobby? 5 APAC players, 2 EMEA players, and 1 China player? With America missing at 9 and 10? Ah, that is brutal. Wow. Damn. That's really bad for my pick'ems, I must say. I think this is the one Worlds where I didn't put Voltairix in my pick'ems. Last time I put him in my pick'ems, it was... Ugh. Anyways, we're just chilling here, waiting for our opponent to figure out sideboarding. I think if I was the opponent, I would consider not bringing in Dark Betrayal. Obviously, it's unlucky to drop both your Dark Betrayals, but it only hits Psychic Frog, right? And obviously, Psychic Frog is an important Magic card, don't get me wrong, but it's not worth 2 slots in your deck over. Like, you just play your good cards. I mean, it is true that there are not very many good cards to bring in. I would say Barrowglyph and Brazen Borrower are the cards I would think from my opponent to bring in. This is their deck list for anyone wondering. But I don't even like want to take out any. Like, maybe they wanted to take out Dazes on the draw, and they brought in cards. But then I would have brought in Barrowglyph Barrowglyph Borrower, right? So I don't know. I don't even know what came out, to be fair. Like, push is great. If you had more pushes in your sideboard, I would definitely bring those in. But I think that's a realization my opponent will likely come to, considering in that game he had one Dark Betrayal stuck in hand and one that had to get milled. So that being said, Coach Nelly is on the play here. My hand does not contain a Swords to Plowshares or a Nihil Spellbomb or a Ghost Vacuum. Does that mean it's a mulligan? Like, do I have to mulligan a hand if it doesn't have one of those cards? Like, my hand has 3 mana, and it has plays. But, is this good? Like, I don't know. Like, in Vintage, you would consider mulliganing this hand because it doesn't actively affect your opponent's powerful parts of their game plan. But, like, this is Legacy. They mulligan to 6. But I don't even have a Thoughtseize. I don't have a Tamiyo. I have no turn 1. I have no Force. I have no Swords. I have no anti-graveyard card. It's just a Frog in a Dream? Like, I get it. I have Brainstorm, maybe? I don't know. Someone after can tell me that this keep is horrendous. But right now, I'm going to keep it. Like, 7-card Brainstorm hand, is that just too much Legacy of Days Past and not viable in 2024? I'd believe it. I would believe it. I mean, if they play a Frog, what do? I die? Ooh, the end of turn Brainstorm. I like it because it uses Mana Vel. You don't need to maximize your Brainstorm every time, especially 2024. Especially my opponent's deck, which is doing like powerful things, right? All I want to see right here is pass. I really need them to pass because I can't really deal with, you know, things that are threatening right now, man. Oh no, is it a Frog? Is it a frog? It's a frog. Like, I'm not supposed to brainstorm for a force, right? Yeah, swords, I guess. Brainstorm. Blue white land. That's so bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. None of those are any of the good cards. So what's the plan? What is the plan? Brainstorm did not fix my problems. I was told Brainstorm would fix all of my problems in life, and Brainstorm did not fix my problems there. I mean, I have more cards than them, so I can play my own frog and get dazed. I feel like I have to. Like, this time I actually can play my frog and block. I get dazed. I don't know, man. How am I supposed to play the game? If I had a swords, I'd play swords and play around days, but all I have is 2-drops. Should have mulliganed. Should have mulliganed. My bad. My bad. This daze is a magic card, huh? Thoughtseize? No, my Teferi! Uh-oh. 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 It's okay. I've been Thoughtseize, so now I will either... Wait, what? Took my own... Oh, no. That means there's a counter spell coming or something? Another daze? Sorts. No, it's so... I'm definitely getting counterspelled here, right? If my opponent Thoughtseizes my Thoughtseize... but if like I play a Stoneforge, they just hop the frog. Is it even good? It doesn't seem good. I guess if they reanimate my frog, it's super bad too. But I have a Teferi, I guess. So I could go like Stoneforge for a pre-war formal wear, make them hop the frog. I guess they won't. They don't have to hop the frog. They just pitch a card in to kill my Stoneforge. I mean, I must be getting dazed, right? Or maybe they just like know I have no interaction. I mean, if they have Entomb, like if they have Entomb and Reanimate, that would make sense. Like Entomb, Reanimate here for an Archon killing my Teferi does also put me in a bad spot. I guess in that point, in that sense, this would also put me in a bad spot. So maybe I should just go snap Thoughtseize here. Like if I put my opponent on a force, or if I put my opponent on Entomb Reanimate, it just makes sense to snap Thoughtseize then. Like, if they think Thoughtseize is good here, then I should do snap Thoughtseizing, right? Because they clearly don't think Teferi was good, which is interesting because I thought Teferi would be, like, in the blind, probably the strongest card in my hand. But, I mean, my opponent could be wrong. They could think Thoughtseize is good and it's not actually good. Maybe this is an elaborate bait to get me to snap Thoughtseize. I don't know. I don't know what level the Nelly's on. He's a coach, though. It does seem like something a coach would do. Am I getting Fairy Macabre? Imagine. That'd be pretty bad. That'd be a pretty big game. I'd have to bow my head on that one. I mean, I still think I'm losing, but what's I gotta do? I guess I had to mulligan my hand. All right, so it's Daze. So they took Thoughtseize because they didn't want to show Daze, and then Daze would have hit the Teferi. Makes sense. I'm keeping my opponent off mana. God, do they still have like Entombed as well? No! Atraxa. I feel like Archon. I don't know. Maybe they're both good. All right, I'm seeing why this deck is the best deck in the format now. To be fair, I probably should have Mulligan in my hand. Looking back, maybe I needed the Mulligan for the graveyard card. Oh, we're just flying, huh? We're not even... All right, fair enough. I feel bad. Feels bad, man. I need my night. Oh god, into brainstorm the value. They just find a reanimate an Atraxa. And they have the frog to pitch the Atraxa after I bounce it with Teferi and reanimate Atraxa. I should have won the die roll. Looking back, that was a crucial mistake. I guess a mulligan was in order. But my brainstorm really didn't help me in this game, right? I looked at my brainstorm and my 3 cards were not good. And there were how many good ones? There were 8 good ones. Oh, they didn't do anything. Okay, that's nice. Just okay. All right. Maybe there's play. What we got? Thoughtseize. I don't think Thoughtseize is good. But also Teferi, I mean, how many? They have 1 days left in their deck and Force. If I go Thoughtseize, Stoneforge Mystic, what is it better against? It's pretty good against my opponent having like brainstormed into Animate Dead. They could have brainstormed and hidden things, but I think that's unlikely considering I only have 1 Thoughtseize left in my deck. But I can go Thoughtseize, maybe take an Animate Dead, and then Stoneforge Mystic for a pre-war formal wear. I don't even think that's good, though. But the problem is, like, if they have a Force on my Teferi, isn't it really bad? Though, if they don't have a Force for my Teferi, and then I draw Fetch Land, it's pretty damn good. I'm gonna play Teferi. I don't really like the Stoneforge lines here. I guess, to be fair, someone was talking about Baleful Strix in chat. Baleful Strix does look a lot better than Stoneforge Mystic, specifically right here, where I'm trying to block a Psychic Frog. Something worth noting. Yeah, they had the Force. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's bad. I admit that's quite bad. Hmm. 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 We're not jumping? Are we jumping? I mean, it looks free. Yep. I think I'm supposed to make them jump every turn and not attack. I don't feel like the attack does anything, whereas making them jump is something. Maybe making them jump is nothing, actually, and that's just terrible. It's possible. They have Animate Dead too? No, they have another frog. Okay. All right. I mean, like a land drop into a Teferi, maybe. I mean, like Teferi's like not even good now because they have 2 frogs. I mean, we have Brainstorm into Stoneforge. Try to find good cards. It's probably better, right? Where are my Swords to Plowshares? I can't even Mystic Sanctuary. Not that I have a Swords to Mystic Sanctuary. I can play a Frog here. And then Ponder for like a Force or something. Is that good? I mean, a Frog looks pretty good here. I mean, I probably should be worried about this Atraxa, but I just haven't found myself able to worry about this Atraxa. But I just feel like bouncing is not good. So... Fetch Tundra? I shouldn't worry about days, right? I should just tundra. I should ponder first in case I draw swords. Game. I'm casting my cantrips. Help! 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 I'm dying. I'm dying. No. Everything is bad. Everything is so bad. Somehow I don't even have more cards anymore. I've seen a lot of cards this game. I've cast 2 brainstorms and a ponder. I've seen no swords and no forces. Not that I'm sure force is very good, but like I haven't seen anything that's been very good. I need them to mill, because if it's not a mill, then I'm dead. All right, it was a mill. That's good. Just run a blank here, draw a land. 3 cards versus 3 cards. I don't know if I can actually pitch all 3 of my cards, though. No! It's dead. All right, the 2 fatal pushes coming in clutch again. Oh boy, things are bad. Things are bad. Yeah, pitch a troll, draw 1. Draw reanimate, bring back Atraxa. I'm still waiting for that. All right, safe another day. I've drawn the force. I don't know if that matters, though. I guess I probably shouldn't play the land first. It's fine. White, blue, Teferi. Bounce the bigger frog. Draw force, blue card. No, game! Help! Things are not working. If I draw a blue card there, I actually think I'm okay. Excuse me. Oh no. All right, well now I have Mystic Sanctuary, but again, I still have no swords to bring back with my Mystic Sanctuary. But I can bring back Snap or Frog with my Formal Wear. So I mean, if I draw a blue card here, I kind of like it, right? Like, it's not a bad spot. Like, I can force... I guess they have kill Teferi anyways, but... They have 5 cards in hand now, because they have a Frog. 3 unknowns. They still haven't reanimated the Atraxa. Pass? What does that mean? Don't they have a Frog? What does pass mean? Brazen Borrower? What does pass mean? I'm so confused. I guess I could pre-war Formal Wear a Snapcaster Mage and bring back a Brainstorm and cast Brainstorm. Or I could just get a Frog. I feel like it must be Brazen Borrower, but then wouldn't you play out your Frog? Or maybe they drew a Force and that's their only blue card? Huh. All right, I think what I do is I just play another Stoneforge Mystic. Which gives me the opportunity to hold everything up. Maybe. I don't know. Don't know. I don't know. I think I want to hold this land, though. I mean, this is like not actually good as a batter skull, right? Oh, what is this? This is... Oh, consign to memory. I did not think this was coming in. Counter target triggered ability. So they were going to counter my triggered ability on my free war Formal Wear. I see. I see. I see. Okay. I did not see that coming, to be perfectly frank. All right, pass. So they've been having a hard time figuring out what cards to bring in. I have been unable to guess which cards they wanted to bring in. All right, so they're gonna go for flying. And then they're gonna attack. This is like super greedy on my... Maybe I should have played this fetch land then so that I could have Mystic Sanctuary back to Ponder. I guess this thing can just get consigned again. This trigger. All right, I'm going to get a frog back. So they have another consign? I am just so confused. I mean, I guess this is why the Atraxa hasn't been reanimated, because we're just drawing a bunch of consigned memories. Okay, sure. I really think this is not the approach to the matchup, but I am getting bullied by it, so maybe I'm wrong. Now they draw an enchantment, get the Atraxa back, maybe. I mean, I misplayed here. I should have played this fetch land so that I could have Mystic Sanctuary to Ponder, untapped and pondered. That's my fault. I was thinking I wanted to hold up the ability. Like, I was thinking my opponent wouldn't have two consigned to memories. So I was going to hold up the ability to, like, snap a brainstorm is what I wanted to be able to do, but... I was, I drew a ponder anyways, huh? All right. I still need a thing that hits their graveyard. Brainstorm? But, like, am I supposed to, like... keep Brainstorm, fetch a Mystic Sanctuary, bring back a Ponder, and like, that's so dumb, though. Like, I need a Swords to Plowshare is what I need. But, I mean, I should take the Brainstorm, right? But am I supposed to put Ponder back on top? I don't think so, right? I should just get a different land. Just still have the option of maybe going for a Mystic Sanctuary later. Oh, I guess I can Undercity Sewers. It kind of seems good, actually. Maybe that's not. I don't know. It seems good. Whatever, man. I'm over it. I'm over it. I feel like I needed something. I feel like I need something. I feel like I have to just cast this Brainstorm. Those are exactly what I was looking for. Thank you, game. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Magic the Gathering, everyone. Magic the Gathering. I found the cards in my deck that I want to play with. Do they resolve? Question number 2. I guess I lead with the swords and see if they counter it. Like, that's the worst of the two. Like, they could easily have forced blue card the way they've played this whole game out and just, like, not reanimated anything. I still can't really hit the whole yard, though, right? Like, I have to wait because they can have more Entombs in their hand as well. So they did have force, yeah. Force blue cards, pitching Psychic Frog. All right, well, I don't actually want this frog to jump, though, is the problem. Okay, so this is probably another really important decision. I don't want this frog to jump, but I guess they can fetch second sewers anyways. So I can't really stop this frog from jumping, so I should just wait so I don't get reanimated on. Let the frog hit me one more time. I'm going to attack with one Stoneforge Mystic, because I still will represent a block and make them jump. I know I have Ponder Force coming. I have this pre-war formal wear, but now I don't have the Mystic Sanctuary to buy back my Swords to Plowshares, because I finally drew a Swords to Plowshares after 27 cards. But at this point, my Mystic Sanctuary is now gone. Okay. They've drawn all lands. They have one card left. So they're going to hop the frog and get in. I mean, they're actually at hard cast a bunch of stuff now, which is a problem. And I'm still getting outvalued by a dumbass frog. Legacy, man. Legacy is wild. This game is so crazy because I got double consigned. I just never saw that coming out of anywhere. I just never saw that coming. It's so crazy to me. Isn't like Barrogoyf super good here or no? Not super. Maybe it's not super good, but like I just feel like additional threats are good. The problem is like my opponent can just start casting trolls and metamorphoses now. Like I'm probably cracking this Nihil Spellbomb on end of turn because I'm just like so far behind on the one frog still. Are we just casting Metamorphosis, I assume? Oh, casting, that's so much worse for me. I need my Swords to Plowshares is what I need. I could have drawn a Cauldra. I guess it doesn't actually work here. I'm gonna hit this because I think I just need the card. I can almost block it actually. All right, Ponder, Swords to Plowshares, Stoneforge Mystic. So I guess I can take Stoneforge, get a Cauldra, and triple block. Or I guess I can get a Batter Skull and triple block too. All right, I guess that's what we're doing. Is Batter Skull better than Cauldra? I think so. What a game. This is all because of Consigned to Memory. I feel like I would have lost so much harder if Consigned to Memories were just other Magic cards. No attack, I assume? Oh. Yeah, I will do that. I guess they could have Fatal Push pre-combat or pre-blocks. I mean, I have enough mana to like redo this Batter Skull every time, so they kill a Stoneforge and a Batter Skull. I gain 4 life. Seems good to me. Sure. I deal with the troll. I guess they can reanimate the troll now. That costs a lot of life to do. Oh. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty bad for me too. All right, we're back on Swords to Plowshares, everybody. Swords to Plowshares. Fuck me, man. Fuck me, man. Life linking troll. One, two, three, four, five. I can't even like do any kind of crazy double equip things. All right, I think I just have to take a troll shot to the face here as I replay my Batter Skull. I can equip the Batter Skull with the Formal Wear, though. Is there another troll coming? I don't know if this is correct. Feels bad, man. Ah! 2 brainstorms left. 1, 2, 3, 2. I'm not supposed to play that. Oh, they just pitch both cards and fly. I'm not losing to that, though. Oh, it's bad. Pitch Archon. They're so close to casting it, though. Do I have enough lands? I do. Why? Where are my swords to plowshares, man? Help! I need to send them. No! I can't. I'm 40,000 cards deep. This is the whole point. The whole point. All right, whatever. I O2 drop and I'm done playing Legacy. I don't know. I'm sure I could have played better, but it was pretty comical games, I must say. I don't know what I'm like. I need the swords to plowshares to play the game. What do you want from me, bro? I'm playing 4 Brainstorm, 4 Ponder, 4 Swords to Plowshares. But instead of drawing the 4 Brainstorm, 4 Ponder, 4 Swords to Plowshares, Mystic Sanctuary, back to Swords to Plowshares, none of that happens. They're all on the bottom of my library, and instead, my opponent is consigned to memorying my Stoneforge Mystic triggers, and the Stoneforge was fine. The Stoneforge was fine. The Snapcaster was fine. The problem was I didn't draw Brainstorm and Ponder. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't know what game you were watching. Oh, man. I don't know. There were definitely some choices I made in the beginning of that game. Was I supposed to mulligan the hand? That's the real question I have. The real question I have is, was I supposed to mulligan that hand? I feel like I might have been supposed to. Does anyone? Oh, no one even commented on the mulliganing of the hand. Oh, that person says it feels like a mull. Anyways, I'm done. I'm O2 dropped. It's a double elimination match. I hope people had fun watching me be miserable. I seriously believe if at any point in that game I had a Swords to Plowshares in the beginning of the game, isn't the game completely free? Am I wrong? Like if we had a Swords to Plowshares at any points between turns 1 and turn 12? I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure a single Swords to Plowshares easily wins that game at any point in time. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Well, good luck to my opponent and everyone else who's still streaming this event. I had fun losing horribly, I guess. I am done for the day. I am out. I'll probably stream on Monday, considering Monday is a holiday. Need to make some content. I drew, yeah, but that was after. It was after I lost my Mystic Sanctuary, and it was also on like turn 16. Like I went 33 cards deep before I found a Swords in my Brainstorm Ponder deck. That doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right. Who do you guys want to watch? Is there anyone in particular that you care about watching? Anyone you like? Anyone who's a fun time playing a cool deck? I don't think Reed needs the viewers. I think if you want to see Reed, you can see Reed. Did you guys like Nadu? Go back to Nadu. Bant Yorion Beans. Bant Yorion Beans. How about that? I'll send you to the cat. I'm going to send y'all to Respect the Cat, who was playing Bant Yorion Beans. Which clearly is a better card than Stoneforge Mystic, you know? Start the raid. I'm out, chat. It was fun. I do think I could have played better, obviously, but it was comical, to say the least. Oh, I forgot to do my outro. More content like this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I will see you then.